something changes as far as God's dynamic. When you come to Scripture, and I think it's important to look to Scripture to determine what is what, that initially keep in mind that before there were 12 tribes, there were what? There were 12 children. You know that. I mean, the tribes, each child would become a tribe in itself. But initially what happens is this, that there are these 12 children that are there given to Jacob. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. So now we see there's 12 sons. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maid, were Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's maid servant, were Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padan Aram. And so now we see that initially what happens is God has raised up 12 sons. It says this, all these are the 12 tribes of Israel. And this is what their father spoke to them. So you understand, they move from sons to tribes. And so you have all of these 12 sons that are now the 12 tribes. Something changes as far as God's dynamic. What happens is this, Joseph becomes the impromptu firstborn. Reuben has been discarded because of his sin, because of his impetuousness, and so because he wasn't truly, acting as the firstborn, what happens is this, that Jacob gives to Joseph the position of the firstborn. So what happens? The firstborn gets a double blessing, always. And so what he does is he takes Joseph's two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, and he makes each one of those a tribe. You follow me? So there was 12. He now takes Joseph and divides that into two. So in a sense, there's what? There's 13 tribes. You have the number of 12. And of course, with that number 12, 12 is the number of government. And so within the scriptures, it always talks about what? The 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. It never calls them the 13, always the 12. And as God calls the 12 tribes, what happens is this. Remember, divine order, divine understanding of God says, this is the order that I want. So God always chooses the 12.